All right, I'm recording now. I'm recording. Shh, shh, shh. Quiet down. Luke, I'm recording. I'm recording. All right, exercise 3F. We're going to be working with recurring decimals and terminating decimals. Let's start off. You want to express the following fractions as recurring decimals. So first thing you need to know, how do I convert, actually I just wrote the question again. How do I convert a fraction 2/3 into decimals? Now last session I did show you how to do this. And the way I want you to lay it out in your exercise books is question, method. Let's read it. 2/3. What's that symbol mean again? That over 3. What does that mean? What operation are we doing? Are we doing add, subtract, multiply, divide, squaring, square root? What am I doing? What's that symbol mean? Divide. Very good, Logan. That actually means divide. And a lot of students don't realize that. And so that's why when I give my year 10s and year 11s this type of question, here's an example. If I give them 3/7 all over x over 5, and I say work that one out, they find this really difficult. But if they understood what the symbols mean, all this is saying is 3/7. This means divide x over 5. And suddenly that looks much easier. That's a fraction skill that you've been working with, right? So same thing when you're working with 2/3, I want you to remind yourself that this symbol here means divide. So if you rewrite it, all it's saying is, what's 2 divide 3? That's all it's asking. So on your calculator, you can actually work it out. You just type 2 divide 3, and it'll give you the decimals, right? But we're going to do it manually in this case here. We're actually going to work out what 2 divide 3 is, or another way of thinking about it is how many 3's can fit into 2. So that's what I'm going to write in my next line. I'm going to say how many 3's fit in 2, and that's what division is. How many 3's fit into 2?
0.
Very good. Now because I know it fits in 0 times, because 2 is too small, this is why I'm putting a decimal point, and I'm putting on as many zeros as I need to figure this out. Okay, so let's work this out. Since 2 didn't work, I take the next digit. 2 units is equivalent to 20 tenths. So I'm saying, well, how many 3's fit into 20 tenths? What would you say? How many 3's fit in 20?
6.
6. So this is where you go through your times tables. Okay, and that's why I mean division is highly reliant on your times tables.
0.66666666666.
All right, let's work this out. So we said that 3 times 6 is 18. Listening. Don't speak while I'm speaking. Highly disrespectful. Thank you. We said that 3 couldn't fit into 2, so I said 0 times. There's a decimal point, so I put a decimal point and I carried on to the next place value. I said how many 3's fit in 20? We know that 3 fits into 26 times with a remainder of what? 2. So we carry the 2 to the next one because that's 2 tenths, which is equivalent to 20 hundredths. So we say how many 3's in 20 again?
6.
6, remainder 2, 6, remainder 2,
7.
6, remainder 2. Now, listening.
Like you put a little line on top or a dot.
Very good. That's my next question. This is called a recurring decimal because it will go on forever. Now, you don't want to be writing 0.66666 onwards. So there has to be a way to describe this. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. One, listening. Thank you. Eyes and ears towards me. Thank you. Eyes and ears towards me. Thank you, Cooper. So this part here, there are 2 ways to describe this. And you're right, you can put a dot. Now, if you do put a dot, what that means is you're repeating that particular digit. Okay? But if you had multiple digits that are repeating, say, for example, 0.42375, you have the option of putting dots on all those digits that are repeating, or you can do a nice horizontal line over it. Okay, so that would indicate that that chunk or that portion will keep repeating. That's what we call a recurring decimal. A terminating decimal, on the other hand, doesn't repeat. It's like 0.5, 0.25. That's terminating. Okay? So, your answer here, I want you then to write it as 0.6 with a dot on top to indicate that it's 0.66666 onwards. Okay, so can you see my question, method, answer? It's vertical layout. That's what I want to see in your exercise books. I don't want to see horizontal. Has to be vertical. Okay, let's do the next one. B. 3 and 5/7. So this is a mixed fraction. Now you have two ways to do this. You can choose to change it to improper and then do the division, or you can actually just write this as 3 point, because 3 is 3 units. Point, and now you just got to figure out what 5/7 is as a decimal. So here, I can try to work out what 5 divides 7 is. 5 divides 7 is the same thing as saying how many 7s fit into 5.0000. Okay, so I put as many O's as I need, or zeros. Here we go, we'll start again. How many 7s fit in 5?
0.
0. So you take on the next digit. How many 7s fit in 50?
A lot.
Go through your 7 times tables.
8.
7 sevens fit in with one remainder.
Very good. 7 times 7 is 49. So 7 with 1 remainder. How many 7s?
1. 1.
How many? Yeah, very good. 1 remainder.
3.
How many 7s fit in 30?
2.
5.
3.
Go through your times tables.
4 with a remainder of 2.
Good. 7 times 4 is 28. Remainder 2. How many 7s fit in 20?
Few.
3 is 21.
2.
2.
Remainder of
6.
2 remainder 6.
60.
Hey, sorry. You're 8s. Lila. Ashley. Rule number 1. And I know you're sorry, but when you do say sorry, it means that you're not going to be a repeated offender. Right? Because I take it seriously that if you're going to say sorry to me, you're going to be sincere about it. Same thing with everyone else. That was also a message. When I'm speaking, I expect you listening or actively taking notes. But you shouldn't be talking while I'm speaking or teaching, because I'm trying to teach you. And this is all getting recorded as well. So it doesn't help during that time. You can wait till I finish to do that. It's out of respect. Okay, when you speak, I listen to you. So think about it. Does it sound nice if you're talking to me and then I just ignore you? If you don't like that, don't do that to others as well. Okay? All right, here we go. So we got up to how many 7s fit into 60?
8 remainder of 4.
Good. We know that 7 times 8 is 56. So it's 8 times. And we've got a remainder of 4. Carry on the 4. How many 7 goes into 40?
5. 4. 5.
5. 7 times 5 is 35. Remainder 5. And then how many 7s? 50.
You have to start.
Yeah, back to the start. So hopefully you noticed
Put a line on top.
this is all repeating. So your final answer should be 3.714285 and a bar on the top. You can put dots on each one if you want, but a horizontal line on top indicates that's going to be repeating.